Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play King's Bounty Warriors of the North Ice and Fire. Today again with our special guest and my most trusted mentor, Slick Rounder.
Hey guys, how's it going?
We are still in the Lizardman lands and trying to get some quests done here. And we received an interesting question from one of our viewers, the first of many questions I so hope, and that is, what is the best army? We will discuss that after the following battle. For the moment we're giving ourselves rage and then we're good to go, at least I hope that.
Welcome to Sotek's nursery. What has brought you here? Would you like to test yourself against the best of my warriors?
No, I'm here for an inspection. Oscar sent me here to check whatever everything's ready for the hatching of the new lizard man.
Askar is so busy that he can't carry out the inspection himself. At the exact time I'm prepared to accept the title of best keeper, I won't let a human decide the fate of my nursery. I'm going to test you before you can see the place.
A test? Defend yourself. So, which are the units that we have to fear most?
The Chosha. Not because we have to fear them, but because they could theoretically cause a crash.
And crash is bad for us. So, what do we know about Sotek? A smart, reasonable nursery keeper. He prefers to settle arguments over inspections of his nursery with a fight. He is, however, fascinated by foreign cuisine. Attack 20, defense 30, intellect 30. That guy is a good caster.
Yep, he's very dangerous.
So, now is the question, with what spell do we open? Is any of the enemies out of order?
No.
No.
Nope. That sucks. That sucks, and that's really dangerous because our ice dragons have to fear the two fire flies.
Okay, so there is only one thing we can really do. We can try to neutralize one or two of the... Oh, we can neutralize both fire... fire thingies. One with, for example, sheep, and the other with the chest. The only problem is I think he can give someone another movement.
Yeah, but he's probably more likely to give a lizardman another move.
Okay. So I think our first attack will be this one. Or can we fly right through the bunch? No, we cannot.
I think we could fly through the dragonfly and the gobo. That
So?
won't solve our Chosha problem, though.
You mean
We could do that.
here?
Well, maybe we should use our ice ability first, since every unit here is weak to ice.
Okay. We should try to get all of the fireflies in the ice thing, right? Or should we place it more in the middle?
Well, we should get as many units as possible. We could hit at least 8 of them. That's 8 units. That's pretty good.
Okay, die!
Wow. That was insane damage.
Okay. So let's fry them. Very good. Think we'll burn our way. Oh, I have a wonderful idea. Perhaps this works.
Also, we'll have another rage ability, which is really nice.
Okay.
If we do that, that's really risky because we won't kill the fireflies, and then we'll be able to get attacked by both fireflies in theory, which could be really problematic.
We neutralize one of the fireflies with sheep and the other one with our chest. At least that's what I hope will happen.
That was really good.
Okay, we can even try to take out one of the fireflies completely.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Make me proud, make me a king. Very good.
We
So,
might want to sure. If we geyser, we might be able to kill even the both choso stacks, and then we'll still have the yeah, and then we still have the treasure chest for the second stack of flies.
wonderful.
Perfect. So yeah, we're gonna get in there, but we'll put the chest there anyway, probably. I don't think we'd be able to kill the flies with the poison ability. Although it'd be close if we would have used Hilda's arrows, and or if we crit. But
Question is, are we fast enough? Yes, we are.
yeah, it's perfect.
If they kill one of the bone dragons, so be it, because we can call them back.
Nice. We didn't even need the gold. Well, we'll pick up the gold.
Uh-oh,
next time.
this is bad. Oh, that moron! That moron! Did you see that? That was his only choice to do damage. His only way how he could damage us.
Yeah, well, let's explain to the viewers what really just happened there. First of all, he summoned an incredibly powerful ancient phoenix with 30 intelligence. Oh, very nice, a ruin. But that would have been the biggest problem because A, we barely could even kill it with our units, and he could most assuredly kill some of our dragons. And the problem is, I think there's a bug that even though we would kill all the enemy units, as long as the phoenix could still revive, it could theoretically freeze the game. So getting rid of the corpse was like the best possible thing that could have happened. So we can finish the battle this turn and grab the gold to boot.
And the phoenix was not able to resurrect himself because once the corpse is gone.
It's perfect.
So, let's do something for the rage count.
And we also got a ruin, the worst possible one, but still, a free ruin's really nice. Wait, let's get the gold first. We might as well get rich. And get another rage ability.
The
how nice that skill is?
That is incredible.
I know, we keep getting double turns every time.
So, well, we can afford it. We could sheep him. If we sheep him, in theory, this guy will not be able to cast anything on us, right?
Yeah, we could sheep him, sure. So we're really, really close to the medal, right?
Yes. Okay, I better take that thing out.
Well, it's free experience, so why not?
Ooh. So,
just defend. We don't have timelessness, right?
no. And I encountered a high number of bugs using any other spell, rune spell, than this one, sadly.
I have never encountered any of those bugs that you're talking about.
So
Well, why don't you explain what exactly happens to you?
when I cast Justice, for example, the game crashes.
Okay, there was a supposed justice bug. Honestly, I think that's almost the only spell I've never used, just because it seems so useless. I can't even... the only thing I can think of is maybe you want to redistribute adrenaline, but even then you're better off with battle cry. So I can't think of much use for it, but no other... Well, yeah, we could do another sheet. No other ruin spells, as far as I know, have bugs besides what I've posted online. Some minor bugs, maybe, but that's justice. That's not timelessness. If we had timelessness, then we'd be able to get a 8-turn sheet for 12 mana, which is insane. Well, really, it'd be an 11-turn sheet because 3 turns. Then once it's down to 1 turn, we could cast timelessness, and it would extend it up to 8 turns. So it'd be a total of 11 turns for just 40-ish mana.
Oh. Well,
What round are we on?
one more turn and we're done.
And we could also spend some rage. I think we have enough for our first ability.
So, kill it.
But something we should mention, you're limited to level 60 for rage abilities, so you're going to miss some things. They're not going to be as powerful as you might want them. Yeah, we could, well, is it turn 9 or turn 10?
It is turn 9.
Well, let's see if our magic ability would kill it. Oh, it's fine. No biggie. But anyway, so some skills you might want to not be maxing up. For instance, we made a pretty big mistake leveling up our treasure chest ability, Crystal's Gift, past 20-ish rage or whatever. There's no point of getting it to affect level 3 and level 4 creatures because it's bugged. That's for one thing. And also increasing the damage is also meaningless. You have proven to me that you are the one representing Asgard. Let me leave my mark on the tablet.
Yes, thank you. I think he has one more quest for us. Maybe you need some help.
You know, I have a small request for you. As a skilled warrior, I often have to deal with prisoners. One of the prisoners had strange white balls in his bag. They were soft and cold, and they turned out to be delicious. I don't know what they were, but the elf called them Essel snowballs. I think some elves on the surface make them. Unfortunately, I can't just go to my enemies and ask them for these snowballs. But just remembering their taste makes my mouth water. You're a human, which means you can enter the elven settlement without raising suspicion and bring me some of these wonderful sweets. Those wonderful sweets.
Looks like even stone warriors have their soft spots. Is he selling something? A shield! And gorgles and kosher. Okay, gorgul and kosher.
Well, one thing we should just discuss is, for this quest, we have to pick one of the 3 nurseries. Now, I'm pretty sure, logically, it makes sense that you could only choose one of them, and if you do, you get access to a special shop, which should include different units, more units, basically, and one new item. I'm not certain of it, but 2 of the shops should have a random level 3 item, and one of the, ooh, really nice, and one of them should have a level 4 item. So you almost, well, we're not going to be loading here. Well, let's see what he wants, this quest over here.
Aska sent me for an inspection.
Oh, I forgot we didn't do this. I mean, we've done it before, but not on camera.
Oh,
okay, whatever. Of course you're not sure. The keeper grins at you. All right, follow me. You see, everything is fine here. Everyone is working. The new generation will hatch on the 3rd day of the full moon. So is everything all right?
I believe it is.
Of course it is. Itza's nursery is the best. Give me that tablet and I'll stamp my mark on it.
Thank you. So
right now we're going to go back to Asgard, and then we'll be able to choose one of the 3 nurseries, and we'll get access to, as I said, more troops and items. We're not going to load and save and see what it is, but from my game, the one where we have to fight the battle, it has a level 4 item, and it's probably worth getting that, because A, there's a chance that it's a better item that you might want to use, and B, you might be able to get more crystals or ruins from it even, as opposed to the other one.
So then we take him. I hope we remember his name. So, I'm here about the nursery keepers.
So, how was your inspection? Give me the tablet. What can you say about the keepers? Who do you think is the best?
I choose Sotek. He's warlike, brave, and courageous. And he'll do everything to rise a new generation the same way. I think that was the guy.
That's the guy. Is that what you want to choose? This is just from my observation. I don't know for sure.
I trust you without any doubt.
Okay, fine. Excellent. I trust your judgment. Give this to the keeper you've chosen. Badge to the keeper you've chosen.
I will, Oscar. You can count on me. Here we go. So yeah,
Item.
about the questions belonging the best army, I want to say that in advance. I think the best army, you cannot say that because it depends on the items you have. For example, our wonderful X army only works because we have this wonderful X item, the weapon, that gives us 30%. And it depends on the items that you can, on the troops then you can buy. An Ogre army is wonderful, but at the moment we cannot buy any Ogres. So, but what army compositions do you recommend, or do you say are always good and worth their time and money?
Well, first of all, just one thing about that ogre. Do we have old shoes in our backpack?
Sadly, no longer.
Oh, that's really unfortunate, because I'll tell all our viewers, if you have old shoes, this is like a hidden thing, but right at the beginning of the game, when you do the Gutterm, or whatever his name is, you dig up a few random crappy artifacts, like the copper helmet or clay helmet, the old shoes. Those items have special purposes. They're not super important. The clay helmet, the dragons in Verlin Waste, once you're able to fly, you could, if you're wearing the helmet, you could avoid the dragon battle, and you get a free black dragon egg or something. I didn't really try it because I didn't need it, but I'm pretty sure that's confirmed. The other thing is, and much more important, if you have the old shoes, in Arlania, the shop by Whistler, if you wear the old shoes, he gives you something called the Mysterious Parcel. The Mysterious Parcel allows you to buy any unit from these 5 races. This is by memory. Orcs, elves, humans, dwarves, and I feel like I'm missing something else. Not demons, not undead. But you're able to buy any of the units. It's just triple the price. But you don't have to go to a store or whatever. You just, in your backpack, you could get, but it has to be the maximum leadership that you can have. So you can't, like, buy just 2 or whatever. You have to buy the entire leadership, and it's triple the price. So, for instance, we'd be able to get ogres, even if you didn't have them in your game. So it's sort of a pity that we threw away our old shoes. But anyway, yeah, let's see what he has. Did you bring me what I asked you for? Where are they? But please, don't breathe a word to anyone about my sweet tooth, alright?
Rejoice, Sortek. You have been nominated the best nursery keeper.
I knew it. I knew that 2 warriors could always find a common language. This is an important day for me and my nursery, so I'll give you my most important possession. Come to my store a little while later.
I'll definitely come by, Sortek. Fingers crossed, and... Ooh, a level 5 item!
Yeah, so my assessment was slightly off, but I was right that this is the best one to get, and we have 160 advisors.
Advisor, Chosa, and Tyrex. And Gorgul. Wonderful. So, good army combinations.
Well, I feel like we should discuss what we're going to do with some of those items that we just picked up, because we could still use some spells. So, first of all, we'll keep the Necklace of Rage, because if we wanted to use Lizardmen, even though it's bugged, just giving the advisors his 30% damage boost to all Lizardman units is insane. A, it gives them more experience. B, you get a 30% damage boost, which is just amazing. So even though it's bugged, I don't think we should destroy that, just in case we decide to use Lizardmen. Now, the hammer looks really good, right? But it really isn't, at least not relative to... I'm almost certain it's a guaranteed weapon that you could get because it's a keeper battle in New Corridor, and that weapon is just, I think it's the best weapon in the game, so it makes this look like a joke. Plus, we already destroyed the spiked boots because the set is bugged. It doesn't give permanent knockback for all humanoid dwarves. Why would that be relevant? Because if you had permanent knockback, it would mean that the enemy can't retaliate. So your miners, your foreman, they could all just attack and not get retaliated on. That would be insane. But unfortunately, it doesn't work. So, and plus some of the items are pretty mediocre, like the spiked boots. They're just +2 defense and +1 attack for boots. You're way better off with twinkling boots, or even +1 speed for your giants, so that they could move more than one initially without leveling up. So, so basically what I'm saying is that we could almost surely destroy this. Even if we would play dwarves, which we might, we wouldn't want to use this weapon. Even though it was very good in the original game, it's not great here.
So fingers crossed. Well, it's okay. 7 crystals.
And let's see what else we have in terms of our items to destroy. Yeah, we want to destroy this exorcist necklace. It's completely useless. Oh, you do have that useless clay helmet. Well, if you want to keep the clay helmet, the clay pot or whatever, it's the tier 1 helmet, when we get to Verlin Waste and when we get flying, we could equip it just to avoid the dragon battle. But
I like dragon battles.
right, I think, I don't know for sure, but presumably you could equip it, go in there, get the free dragon egg, then next time you could just take it off and then maybe fight them. I'm not sure. But if I were you, I would just destroy it. I don't think it's worth it. It'd be nice to show the viewers, but it's not so useful. Okay, and do we want to destroy that helmet, that tier 4 helmet? Because we already destroyed some items from the set, like the belt, the Manuel belt. And this item is useless to us.
Nice. I think then we can destroy that as well.
Okay, we could. I used to be a big fan of this item in the original games because Archmages are one of my favorite units, and it's a... Oh, well, I'll explain what stamina is. Stamina is just damage. +5 damage for spells, +15 damage for spells by lightning. I don't know why it says stamina, but it's damage. And it's a pretty nice boost for the Archmages, but still, this is not an item that we want to use. Even if we used Archmages, we wouldn't want this item, really.
Woohoo!
Yeah, pretty nice. And also, the Elven Crown that we have up there, I'm pretty sure we don't need that either.
Minus 50% critical hit. This thing is out.
That's really not a good set. That's the exact opposite of what you want to do. You want to have high criticals, not low criticals.
20% to magic damage.
30
Resistance.
magic resistance and 20 mana. That's a really good item. Honestly, it's debatably better than our item. I mean, it's for sure better than ours, but we might need the physical resistance more. I rate physical resistance as roughly 3 times as useful as any other resistance. So that's about equal, and the 20 mana is better than the 2 defense, but it's a matter of preference. It all depends on your enemies. If you're really struggling with battles, then just decide. Are you facing all physical damage, or are you facing all beholders? And then you know what to use. But that requires a lot of micromanagement.
So we keep it for the moment.
Yeah.
So, we need some rage, so ask Raven. Because I think we will be up against some Colossi. No, they're called Cyclopses here, I guess.
Yeah. But speaking of, we were going to talk about some of the best units and the best armies.
Yes.
Well, Colossus. Cyclops is a very special unit, since he's the only... Well, now there's also Ruin Wizard, but he used to be the only ranged Tier 5 unit, and... Well, I've spoken about him in the comments before, but his resistances are insane, his defense is incredible at 67, and he's slow as hell, at least in terms of initiative, but also he gets boosted by Quick Draw, so he could go up to 4 base initiative, which isn't great, but it's still something. Well, let's see this battle. It doesn't look very difficult. They're just a weak enemy.
So I
But
think
anyway,
first thing we do is ice them.
yeah, definitely.
Second thing we do is... Well, we could burn those. Or we can burn this. Then we don't get a counter-strike and we still fry all those guys.
Yep, that's perfect. But talking about best armies, well, I'll say this with pretty much a certainty. The best army that you could get early game is for sure Snow Elves. As Boris showed us in this LP, you could get them really early if you're able to dance around enemies, or if you get caught with your pants down, you could just reload. It's not ideal, but I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world if you lose your army, because you won't game over. You'll just lose your army and lose half your gold. But early game, that won't be so much. But if you're able to juke the enemies, then you get access to Snow Elves, which are incredible early. Well, they're good, period. They're one of the best new additions to Ice and Fire, the Snow Elves. They're just better than Elves in every way. All the units are better. Sure, they cost more leadership, but I think every unit besides the Unicorn, the Unicorn I'm not very fond of, he grants +1 morale to all the units, which is nice, especially early, because you're not likely to have Oratory, and you're definitely almost for sure not going to have maximum morale, but you just have so many better units. Namely, every other Snow Elf unit is better, but they're really, really good, especially if you have some Elf or Snow Elf items.
So that might look insane, but I do not want this guy to go here and attack the Black Dragon, because then the Black Dragon will fire and we fry our own guys.
Yep, there you go.
That might happen. Let's say we have some experience in the regard of destroying our own units with
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Okay, I should cast something. Well, in leaking of a better spell. So, an elven shooter army is quite effective. Would you recommend the fairy, or would you recommend the lady, the dryad, the snow dryad as bonus?
Well, I didn't say that an elf shooting army is good. I said that a snow elf army is good.
Sorry.
The shooting army is fine, but I mean, we've seen it ourselves. The snow elf army is, I mean, the shooter army is good, but it doesn't require a lot of skill. You just sit back there and shoot, basically, so it could get boring for some. And it has some big weaknesses, like against dragons or some other units. It's really not the best.
Wonderful. So which army would you recommend?
Well, in the previous games, the best army, for sure in the original King's Bounty, without a doubt the best army was Undead. The reason is you had a companion that boosted all undead, the Zombie Rena. So it boosted all undead units, and there was a skill, a hero skill, that boosted the undead. I forget what it was called, but it boosted their initiative and their damage, or like their attack. So that really made undead the best possible units. In this game, undead get a little bit weaker. Cursed Ghost gets Fear of Day, or Fear of Light, or whatever, Fear of Light. So it makes it weaker, and you have no hero abilities that boost them anymore. And basically in AP, my favorite army, what I consider to be the best, was Demons splashing the best unit from AP, namely Demonologist. So that was, in my opinion, the best army possible. Wow, that sucks. Well, we do have Geyser if we want.
Then let's Geyser them.
But in this game, best army, I don't know. Usually it's best to have strong item synergy and be all of one race. I don't think there's such a thing as best army. Look at this dragon army. This is not the best army. It has decided strength. It has great survivability if used properly, but it's not the best army, especially not in terms of damage. It all depends. A Thorn army could be the most damaging army in the game for sure, so maybe that's the best army. I mean, that's with using the Thorn helmet, the crown of Blackthorn that we have. That boosts their damage by 100%, which is significant, and you could also use items like the Armageddon's Blade to boost their damage further. And you could use Fawn to resurrect them, no problem. So
I think that the Thorn army is very, very powerful because they're very easy to replace. So you must always think an army. Look at this dragon army, for example. They are strong, but they're terribly hard to replace, and they're very, very easy killed. So
with the thorns, you know the thorn sprouts?
Yes?
So you could use them to replenish one of your thorns. For me, I don't know if it's a bug or not. It didn't work this way in the earlier games, but if it's giving you, let's say, Thorn Hunters, then it's only going to be giving you Thorn Hunters. But that's fine, because it means that you don't need to have Thorn Hunters in the reserve. It means that you could have Thorn Warriors in the reserve, and then use your other reserve for another unit. And with the Thorn Sprouts, you then have three of your units in reserve, in effect. So that's really useful. So that's just another point to mention. But yeah, there's no reason that you have to lose any of them if you use Fawn, because he has an incredible resurrect ability.
So you prefer armies of the same race, if possible, for the moral bonus, and of course because most armies benefit each other. For example, Orc catapults or Orc chieftains gave a bonus to all other Orcs.
Right. Well, that's in terms of +1 morale. For instance, with Lizardmen, the reason that our weapon isn't so good, +7 attack, +1 initiative, and +1 morale, well, it is really good, but as I mentioned, there's a better weapon, but the +1 morale is not so useful because the T-Rex grants +1 morale to all Lizardmen. So that means that if you're using all units of one race and you have Oratory at 3, all your units will have 3 morale besides the T-Rex at 2, so there's no need for the +1 morale.
Do you know, and
yeah.
is
What
it
were you saying?
how? But there are many units in the game that, in theory, can give other units a bonus turn. For example, the Jarl or the Goblin Catapult, or what else?
Paladin and Advisor.
The advisors. So, is it an idea to build an army only out of those guys? And to
That's
give...
interesting to mention it.
And
I've never thought about that, but yeah, in theory, since they're all less than level 5, you could keep giving your units second turns. Well, that will only work on the first turn, but you automatically guarantee that all your units get a second turn, turn 1, which is really nice. So yeah, that's interesting. It requires you to have some persuasion, which in my opinion is a wasted skill. But if you're a Skald, it's no problem because you have those extra mind ruins. But yeah, you'll need persuasion to deal with the morale problems, and you'll pretty much be stuck at just 1 morale as well.
Holy shit. Do you see the number of fire guys?
Yeah, but remember, we could cast a really nice Lord of the North here, wrecking them. But we have to be careful. I don't think there's any need for us to jump into the fire, per se. This might be a situation where we want to just stay back.
Oh yeah. The best defensive is a good defense. Die. And we did not even fry one of our how is it called? One of our traps. And I think we'll sheep... Oh, I cannot sheep that guy. Wonderful. Crap.
Well, let's see how fast the fire dragonfly is. Normally he's 3 speed. Oh, he
2.
got slowed. Yeah, so we could ignore him. Well, let's wait and let's see how much that does to him. But we could pygmy him and then kill him in 1 turn.
I love Pick'em. That is, trust me, I thought I knew this game, and I played all of the King's Bounties, beginning with the King's Bounty that was not even from 1C. But I learn every time from Slick Rounder, so listen to that man. Trust me. Pick'em is wonderful. Look at this. Now they have real problems.
Yeah, we could now kill them with our rage ability. Well, maybe.
Well, they're tough.
Sure, but they can't do more than 5 or 10 damage now.
Question is, how do we get rid of those little flying guys?
We'll be able
Uh-oh.
to attack them with our dragon. Our black and red dragon.
Stay together. Oh, 6 damage! Big boy you are!
Yeah, that was the wrong target for him to shoot at.
Oh. That's a lot of snakes.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we needed to get the trap metal. There'd be a ton of opportunities there.
I've got an idea. It might be a little bit dangerous, but I think we're faster than the whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that worked. We could go in... Oh, they cannot counter-strike, right?
Yep. Even if they could, they wouldn't be able to kill one of ours.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful.
Yeah, we could flap in there.
And then get a round attack.
Yeah. Well, we'll only hit the snakes and one of the spiders, but we'll hit the big spider. So.
Impressive. Plus 10% damage. Wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been nice to get a critical, but otherwise getting maximum 20% damage is really good. So. Well, now we could attack the fire spiders with him, as long as it doesn't hit our emeralds. Yeah.
This way?
Mm-hmm.
I must be careful. I have a tendency to land on my own traps. So at least we're not on fire. But... ah, crap. Okay, I think it's time to retreat.
No, there's no need to.
Or... I might have another idea.
Yeah, that's good. Our ice dragons have really high poison resistance.
So... they can take care of those guys, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
If you're commanding a dragon army like we're doing at the moment, the biggest enemy on the field is your own dragons. That sounds strange, but trust me, it's the case.
Well, we could have just picked me there, then it would have killed it in 1 turn. But this will give us time to get our medal. We should be able to get the medal this battle. Pretty
So, let's hope that works. We could get some money. I'm always in money. Money means options. Options is good. As long as you have money, no matter in what game, you can do things.
Oh, but anyway, back to the best armies. Well, I think that the new undead lizardmen are really, really good. unfortunately, well, we'll see them later. Well, we'll actually see them here, or at least one troop of them here. But unfortunately, there's only one store that you could get them from, and uh, you might not be able to get all the units, which would really, really suck, because there's only, I think, 6 different units, and you need to have an army of 5 of them, although you could have an army of 4 of them and then splash Necromancer, since he's also undead. I mean, you won't get the +1 morale for being all the same race, but Necromancer is so good that it's a perfectly good splash. But, yeah, they're potentially really, really strong, because all their units have almost all their units have physical resistance, which is really, really nice. Their racial ability is really strong. We'll see it soon, and we'll talk about it when we see it. So yeah, I'll tell you what the weakest race is, without a doubt, in Ice and Fire. The weakest race is humans. The reason is they used to have an ability, racial ability called adaptability, which gave them all huge attack and defense bonuses, especially like if we were fighting in this underground arena in the Lizardman lands. So after a couple battles, we'd have like a 50% attack and defense boost to all your humans, which is just amazing. But it got replaced by personal enemy, which is bugged. I'm pretty sure it's bugged. The first enemy you attack will be your personal enemy for the rest of the game. So you could attack an undead lizardman or something, and you'll never see them again. So it's completely wasted. And their morale ability, which, contrary to the name, just gives you extra initiative, not really morale. Okay, finally.
So, no more pointless casting of rune spells. We can now fight quick and dirty if needed.
Yeah, we can finish battles as soon as we want. But, so back to humans. Yeah, their racial abilities were really weakened, and even though I sort of like pyromages, the reality is that they're terrible in terms of damage. Probably the worst in the game, or very close to it. They did get Ruin Wizard as opposed to Ruin Mage, and he's really good, but the truth is, even though I like him, he's not as strong as Ruin Mage in terms of being broken. Ruin Mage was just flat out broken, he was so good. Yeah, we don't want to mess with that guy yet.
Pardon?
Well, unless he's one of the keepers. He's the white keeper. Did we start that quest yet, the keeper quest?
Yes, I think we did. Oh, but here's something.
You look like a warrior, which means you can help me. I'm Clixel, the strongest warrior of my brood. My goal is to become keeper of the obelisk. Here, give this petition to Askar in the temple.
Give me your petition, I will go by the temple anyway. So, I think we have a new job. Oh, wait a minute, who are you? Rind? Help us out here. Is there any human unit you like?
Well, my first tier 4 unit in my first King's Bounty game, The Legend, was Archmages, and at the time when I saw them, I was just like, I was so impressed by them, and I still am so impressed by them. Not necessarily due to their raw power, but just how interesting and how versatile a unit they are. They're still my favorite unit from all the King Bounty games. Not anymore in terms of being the strongest, but they're a really, really well-designed unit. And they're useful at any stage of the game due to their amazing abilities. So yeah, I love Archmages. But besides that, I don't really care for any of the human units. I mean, Paladins are really strong, no doubt about it, but I'm not in love with them, and I barely ever use Knights, only a little bit. They're just very slow. Sure, you can make good use of them with things like Teleport, or even maybe Mass Haste, but I was never a huge fan of them. And I do like the Horsemen, they're pretty decent, but yeah. I don't know. In the early games, you're just forced to use humans a lot, sort of like how in regular Warriors of the North you were forced to use Vikings. So anytime you're forced to use something, generally you want to, as soon as you have some freedom to switch out, you want to use something else. So that taints your opinion of the race.
I like the Paladins. The Paladins of the humans I find quite good.
And they're very strong, there's no doubt about it. And I like their good resistances and their good defense.
We should move away from that thing.
No, it's really, it would have to poison us to be able to kill one of our units, but we could just finish the battle before then. I think our position is fine. But okay, we could also fly there, it doesn't matter. It would probably just slow us, the cursor cross.
He survived that. How did he do that? Okay. How fast are you? You're not fast enough.
Well, he could pull. He could pull the trolls.
But he cannot pull if I'm standing here.
Right, so we want to just attack the contemplators there. That's perfect.
So, tell you what.
Let's see what abilities we have left.
We cannot use that. It's too many of our units are close. Well, we can do that. But that might keep us from pulling the troll. So that's not a good choice. We should get these guys down because there are many numbers. And I think
the spear might actually be the best ability. The Viking Vortex.
This one here?
Yeah. The reason is, well...
Well, we can do it 2 times in a row, perhaps. If we're lucky. Ah. So obvious. Well, that is dangerous to some point.
No, it's not. There's no way that our own dragons could attack each other, so it's fine.
Good.
Nice.
So I think, well, we can just start ruining their lives. We can pick them then to make it faster.
Sure. You could also just geyser or whatever, but it all works. Anything works at this point. But anyway, I was talking about the undead lizardmen, and yeah, I would say that they're the best, but unfortunately, it's unlikely that you'll be able to get a full army of them. Plus, they're not the best really in terms of, if you're fighting against undead, they're not great. Undead against undead is never a great idea. And we could get gold if we don't kill it, so we probably will, yeah. Oh well.
Well, I think we'll need the rage in a second, because there was a sign and it looks unfriendly. But we'll see that in a second.
We should see how close we are to the rage medal. I think that's like one of our last medals that we need to get in terms of, besides like Headhunter, which we have no control over.
Yeah, we're closing in.
Yeah, only 3,000. We could do that in like 15 battles if we, 10, 15 battles if we spend a lot of rage.
Whoa, 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 what is that?
Oh, there you go. Here's what I was talking about, undead lizardmen. Those are an incredible unit. Those are the Gorgoanas.
So, let's have a look.
Yeah, we'll take a close look at all of them and analyze them.
Attack?
So let's look at, first of all, their leadership 145. So they're more expensive than regular Gorgoanas, who are 120.
While other races have no liking for them, they are even afraid. There is a mutual hatred between them and dragon. That's not important because you rarely mix armies with dragons.
Sure, that's the same thing as regular lizardmen who also hate dragons. I don't know if persuasion stops that or not. It might. So there is that, but yeah, you don't want to mix them anyway, really. But let's look at their resistances. We'll also be able to see that under ability, but they have 50% physical resistance, which is why because they're ghosts. But they don't have any of the downsides of being ghosts. Well, we'll get to that shortly. They have 50% poison because they're undead. They have minus 25 magic. No. They have 25% magic protection because they're a magic unit, And they have minus 15% fire due to being necro lizardmen, which we'll see shortly, and they have 15% ice protection. In short, those are amazing resistances. That's plus 125 net gain.
Initiative 5 is solid.
Mm-hmm.
Speed 2 is, well, they're ranged fighters, so that's not important. Critical is normal. Damage is physical and magic, so you can hit targets that have physical immunity.
The way
Health.
that works is their melee attack is physical, their ranged attack is magic. That's what that means. Basically, regular Gorgoranas have 6 to 10, so they have 7 to 11. So they get an extra damage. And their health is very impressive considering that they're a ranged unit and that they're a ghost. All other ghost units have half HP relative to leadership. They have 80 base HP, which is much more. And let's look at their abilities. They have Mark of Blood, which is the same thing as Gorgoranas, one of the best abilities in the game. It doubles the damage to a unit, so it's incredibly strong.
Whoa!
Yeah.
They can teleport people.
Yeah, they could teleport a friendly unit 3 cells away. That is so awesome. That's incredible. And we should read the Necro Lizardmen. So, they all have 50% poison protection. Same thing as Undead, 50% attack at night and underground. And this is specifically to Necro Lizard. 15% resistance to cold, which is nice. 15%, negative 15 to fire, which isn't great. And they take 150 damage from holy attacks. They're immune to mind and some other spells. And they receive bonuses and penalties from skills and items for Undead and Lizardmen.
Both!
The best and the worst of all worlds.
Whoa. Magic Missile, okay, we know that one. Shackles. Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Even their regular attack could just completely kill a unit. Even if it doesn't kill them, they won't be able to activate their abilities, so they're as good as dead.
Oh boy.
This might mean that they can't get hit by traps even. Not that that's super relevant, but they could also walk through obstacles, which is just incredible. The magic protection that we saw, and look at this ability, as if they didn't have enough. The troop creates an anti-magic aura within a range of 2 cells, increasing friendly lizardsmen resistance to magic damage by 10%. So they could just boost all the units standing next to them, boost their magic resistance. And then here is the Necro Lizardman racial ability, Ancient Rage. So you can read that.
When receiving damage, the troop goes furious and increases his attack by 10% and is critical by 3 until the end of battle. Maximum 50% and 15% critical hit. Ooh boy.
So anytime they take damage, they keep getting stronger and stronger. Higher criticals, higher attack. So it's just it's a generic ability, but it's just a positive, really good ability. It just makes them much stronger. And it fits into them because they're here for vengeance. Well, we don't know what their story is yet, and we're not going to find out too much, but it makes perfect sense. So yeah, that's the new unit, and they're absolutely amazing.
Should we take that? This time?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, first thing we do is, I think, we take Gudrada's Rage because they're mainly immune to, they have a resistance to ice.
Exactly. And we might be able to just Greasy Mist right in the middle of the ghost. That might be our best bet.
Where is my Greasy Mist? I'll totally love that spell.
Yeah, perfect.
Die! Can I do another one just yet? Please? Please? Wonderful.
Do we really want to get in there? The problem is, did any of them lose their turn?
Nope.
The problem's going to be those 2,700 undead spiders.
They are level 1. They can be kept under control by a treasure chest.
Yeah. So we could just attack there. Sure.
Good
Nice.
work. Rise shields. I think we can go just in the middle and do poison damage. They're 50% poison resistant, right?
Yeah, that sounds a great idea. Well, we want to get in there with our emerald dragons and hit magic damage on them. So we could go right near the undead and him. Right there, we could put the poison.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, we have a problem. We must
What?
keep room to make...
Right. You're right. So we could just go there, yeah, sure. And just attack it.
I
Can't
hope...
touch us, really. Yeah, that's fine.
And they still do 100 damage. Would you believe that?
Yeah, they're very good. Oh, so we could shoot our fire. Well, okay, we could also attack him, but yeah, it's better to attack him. Yeah.
Burn!
Nice. Wow.
These guys are terrible. Okay, let's hit them hard.
And look at our rage, by the way. It immediately went back to maximum.
So, before we do anything stupid...
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I have an idea. Can we go there and still attack? Oh yes, we can. So, I want the gift here.
Yeah, that's even better. You're right.
If that spell is not working, we're in big trouble.
No, it will work. But even if it didn't work, we wouldn't be in trouble. He can't really do much damage to the ice dragon since we have such high poison resistance.
So let's see what they do. Please, please go for the gold. Yes! That's a true Olympic. Okay, he goes for double damage. And he goes for double damage. Well, whatever. Oh yeah, I will do that.
Yeah.
And to get totally 100% sure that these spiders are not ruining our day, we're gonna sheep them. And fire in the hole! Hit them! Yeah, well, they could. I don't think I will hit my own unit if I move here. Should be clear. And down they go. So, what, after all, which army composition is solid, easy to get, easy to command, and always a good choice? I would say, right out of my stomach, orcs.
Yeah, orcs. Orcs are the go-to army, especially if you have ogres. They're amazing at killing towers. They have such good synergy with one another. They have good ranged units. They have great melee units. They're interesting. Yeah, it's definitely, it has to be orcs. Well, let's see what the composition is. This might be a tough one. Yeah, that's a very, very tough one. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Well, yeah, it sort of is. Okay, let's look at the Vengeful Gorgles. These are advanced Gorgles. They're much more leadership than the regular, 70 to 110. And so it went up by almost 50%.
They have speed. They have a ritual dance, meaning...
This is important because the regular Gorgles only had that ability when they were at 50% or lower numbers. This one has it automatically, so that's incredible. He has a round attack. That's insane. And he has really good damage. And let's see all his other incredible abilities. So Necro Lizardman, as we know. Rugged Scales. Resistance to physical damage, 15%. And then this is the same as regular lizardmen, but receiving half damage from non-magical attacks. So that's also incredible. And this is another reason lizardmen are good. You could almost ignore range attacks because they do like nothing to them, especially with physical resistance. Horde, unfortunately, Horde is bugged. For all the units that have Horde, besides for Devilfish, it only will grant them +1 attack and +1 defense. Normally, it should grant them as much as 18 and 18, for instance, because it could double it. But if that was working, it'd be amazing. Curse Spear, so not only does it attack 2 units, but it also curses them, which completely wrecks their morale, further weakening them. This is the AI-only ability. Tireless Warrior. The insatiable bloodthirst of vengeful Gorgles excites friendly dead lizardmen, increasing their initiative by 1. So he's immediately a staple of the undead lizardmen, since he grants all of them 1 initiative, which is awesome.
How can that be excited?
Who knows? They can do everything. An ancient race. Yeah, this unit is just really, really decent. And the Worm, this is the only unit that actually got worse. Gobo was better than this unit. Gobo had 7 initiative, I'm pretty sure. And this unit's interesting because he's not a ranged unit. Him and Gobo are not a ranged unit. They have Burrow. What it is it's sort of like Archdemon's Teleport, in that he could go anywhere on the battlefield and attack in melee, but without retaliation. So he doesn't get any shooter bonuses, but he's like a shooter with no range penalty. But this one really sucks. Well, he has 1 good ability, Drain Life. Well, he has 2 good abilities, Drain Life. So against non-undead units, he's just gaining his life back. So this thing is incredible. And then he has Poisonous. He can also poison the enemy.
And he does poison damage.
Which is really not good.
So...
But he's still very, very dangerous to some of our dragons, namely our black and red dragon. Very dangerous. This is a dangerous army.
This could get ugly.
This could get really ugly. I really advise you not to underestimate this. We cannot sit back, but charging in has also dire consequences. Let's see who lost their turn. Only one of the vengeful Gorgles.
Those guys.
Oh, look how pitiful our damage is. Absolutely not. We'll lose two dragons from that. Well, we have to analyze what to do here. We might want a Greasy Mist with our Good Rider's Rage, and then 2 of our fire units, 2 of our fire dragons. That might be an option. Another option is we could just take out one of their units with something like Sheath. We definitely would want to use Good Rider's Rage. The only question is if we use Greasy Mist first.
I think we should. Okay. Question is?
The question is which one got disabled? Which Vengeful Gorgle got disabled?
This one here.
So we want to do it on the other side. Yeah.
Burn.
And then, let's see, could we fly anywhere of use with our Black Dragon or no? Let's see if we can fly anywhere first. If we can't fly, then that would be our attack. But would we be able to use his Rain of Fire ability or no?
Nope.
Damn it. So, our best move might be to do that. It's a little risky. Let me calculate the damage. So let's assume that there's 200 left. That would be 2,000 damage, and it would be reduced by a third due to our defense, having 60 defense. And then once our physical protection on the Black Dragon, I think it's like 40, 50, 57. Oh yeah, we could definitely do that attack, no problem. We'll take about 300 damage, depending on if they crit, if we crit, but it'll be fine. We have to. We have no choice. Yeah, oh, that was amazing. I was close with my 300 damage estimate.
Okay.
We're still not out of the woods yet.
We must... Oh, I have an idea. We go in there guns blazing. Why? Because we can time back this guy, so if they attack them, that's a good choice.
Well, we'll use our rune of defense as well. Oh, and one thing, we could poison them, which is going to be sort of useful. Even though they have 50% poison resistance, at least they'll be poisoned and they'll get weaker.
Both are poisoned. Okay, I want this one here.
We don't want to attack. We want to use our fire ability there. Fly there and then use our fire ability.
He cannot retaliate.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, then let's definitely attack. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good attack.
Oh, these guys are so hard.
Yeah. But we have only one move, and that's to attack him like that.
Or we go here and get
and
summon troops.
Yeah, that's an idea as well.
Perhaps they attack the summoned troops.
No. Definitely don't do that. The reason is because his Gorgles will double attack us. The 300 will attack the Bone Dragon and it will hit both of our units. So, well, if we're going to summon, then we'll go next to the trap, that spot all the way at the edge, on the other side of the battle. We could ignore that 7-2. Yeah, that one that you went to. No, two more up.
Here?
Yeah, there. There, and then we could put the summon. So at least he can't also hit our Ice Dragon.
So, or we go one closer and try to freeze him.
Yeah.
But we cannot afford to lose those guys. We can replenish all others, but we cannot replenish this ones.
Right. That's why that's the safest move.
So we cannot reach anyone, so we can just go here and try to ruin his life.
It's only a little bit risky because of those 300. No. We'll go one before that and then use our full ability. Yeah. So then he can't double attack us.
Okay, come to me, my friend.
The problem is no, we're in good shape.
That was not nice. Woohoo! Dumbass! What is he thinking? I don't like that.
Nope. That's not good for us. Wow, we just survived. Look how much HP. Look how much HP we have.
1.
1 HP.
Whew. Okay.
We're okay now. We braved the storm. We'll get a phantom in there.
Let's hit him more.
Did you choose the minus undead rage ability?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we should have just pygmied that, by the way. But oh yeah, that makes sense. That's why he went first because he has 7 initiative. But we should still probably pygmy the 191,
or we sheep him.
Sure, but we could also easily kill him this round.
Can we pig him in? Ding him? The question is, how do we kill this 48 guys?
We'll be able to kill it with the Ice Dragon and the Emerald.
Let's do this. Oh crap, we forgot something. I'm a stump as hell.
What?
He has...
Not under any... That's fine. It won't do damage
Oh,
then.
good. So we must...
HP might as well be 1,000,000. He's not going to take any damage if we do this correctly.
We
I
must...
still think we should probably Okay, we'll just sheep the 183 then.
We must kill those guys.
Okay.
The other one is sheeped, is no problem. This one here must die.
Oh, I didn't see that you sheeped him, but yeah. Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
Boy, boy, boy.
But a big difference from this game and the previous King's Bounty games is that battles here finish in 1 or 2 turns, like towards the middle / end of the game. They're very, very quick battles. So a lot of spells that take a long time to be effective, like Cloud of Poison. Cloud of Poison at level 3 is very powerful, especially with a mage, but it just takes a lot of time to do the work. So many of the armies, like orcs or whatever, could just kill the enemy in 1 or 2 turns. So that weakens all units that summon units, like Chosha, become so much worse. Why would you want to be summoning with a Chosha when you could just be killing them with a Gobo? Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice, because we could upgrade that. Yeah, so let's pay attention to this. Ooh, Timelessness. That's really nice. We got Timelessness for us, a spell that looks completely useless and is really not. We want to inscribe Timelessness.
Aye.
Oh, and we have a ton of crystals as well.
Anything else we want to inscribe?
Yeah, we want to get target to 3.
And I think we must stop the recording because of the time.
Okay.
So let's bring us into a position. And we will see each other again next time here. Just remember, best army to answer your question, best army burst to get together and to command and is versatile against nearly any enemy is orcs. So, any last words?
Hopefully we'll see you next time.
Definitely. See you all. Bye.